So, put together our emergency kits, the water heater's strapped down. If I were to wake up tomorrow morning, earthquake has happened overnight, what are some of the things that I'm going to need?
Well, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to wake up to darkness, and you're going to wake up to some chaos. Hopefully what you've done and prepared for is the fact that you've put your kit under your bed, some items that can help you be safe. And these items would be things like shoes you need to have in case you have glass on the floor, a hard hat in case you end up having to leave your house to go ahead and turn off a water main. You don't want a tumbling bricks and chimney coming down on you. Goggles, which is really good to go ahead and help you in case you have flying debris, etc. And also gloves, which are very handy. And of course you're going to need a light to be able to get around. So this is just your basic equipment to go ahead and store into your bed so that you have that available to you when you get up out of bed.
So I put my shoes on, hard hat, goggles, my gloves. What's one of the first things I'd want to take care of?
One of the first things we really want to take care of is our water source. Our hot water heater is so valuable in terms of the water that's stored within it. So if the water is compromised, it won't be of use to us. So what's important for us to go ahead and do then is to make sure that our water main is turned off, either at your house or at the street. And so what we're going to do first is go to the water main to turn off the water so that it's not compromised at home.
So let's go take care of it.
Okay. Well, Joy, if you can't find the shutoff at your house, you can always come down to the city street and find the shutoff here. And it's really important that people go ahead and turn off their water, whether it's at the house or at the street, because you don't want your water source contaminated. So let's go ahead and shut off the water. Once you've located your water shutoff, lift up the lid. Inside, you're going to go ahead and have this meter. In it, it's going to have this horizontal bar that's got an arrow on it. The arrow currently is pointing towards the house. That means the water's on. If you want to shut the water off, you take this tool and turn it so that it's all the way pointing towards the street. The arrow is pointing towards the street now, and the water's off.
So we've turned off the water main. How do we get water?
Well, there's a couple different sources. The first one was the hot water heater that we strapped earlier. But another source of water that you can also do is this big 55-gallon tub. And you can fill this with water. It's an extra supply for yourself, and you can siphon it out with that hose. It's a great extra source.
That's great. So we've turned off the water main. If I have gas coming to the house, how do I turn off the gas?
And that's a huge issue because we don't want to have any fires. We don't want a situation where we have gas leaks. So let's go ahead and turn off the gas to this house. So how we turn off the gas is actually rather simple. You need to locate your gas meter. And once you've located your gas meter, I have gone ahead and put a crescent wrench attached to the gas meter. So that way it's always here, and I don't have to search for one in a time of a disaster. So I have my crescent wrench here, which kind of looks like this big, huge thing like that. And when the gas is on, it's vertical. It's up and down. If you want to turn the gas off, what you need to go ahead and do is take your crescent wrench, put it like this, and then turn it horizontal, just down like that. And that will turn your gas off. Do not try to turn your gas back on yourself, though. Puget Sound Energy needs to come out and turn your gas on for you. You can have a lot of problems with that. So one of the second things you need to do is to go ahead and turn off your electrical. And the reason you do this is to go ahead and prevent fires. So you need to locate your electrical, and hopefully you've done that prior. Open up the box. And you're going to have the small circuit breakers here and your main switches here. Before you turn off the main switches, turn off all the small electrical first, all the small switches. So in this situation, on, and it says on the actual buttons, go ahead and turn it off. Turn the rest of them off. Once they're off, you can turn the main off. As simple as that.
One of the ways to get information in a disaster is to listen to the radio. Announcements will go out on Como 1000, Cairo 710, and also the high school radio station, which is local to Mercer Island.
Well, Joy, what happens, though, if we're in the middle of a disaster and people need to go ahead and call someone? Who can they call?
In most cases, City Hall will set up a phone bank, so people can call the main City Hall phone number, which is 206-275-7600, and you should be able to reach a person to answer your questions. In most cases, information is also posted to the website. I realize that if you are in a disaster, it might be difficult to reach the internet. That's why it's really important to have a list of outside contact numbers available to you so that you can call people who are outside of the disaster area and they can check on information and relay that to you. This list is actually available in that packet you showed us earlier.
And what's really important as well to remember is to talk to your neighbors.
Absolutely. Talk to your neighbors, check on each other, share information. In that way, we can make sure that everybody on the island is safe. Thanks for joining us for this first ever edition of Mercer Island View. We hope you like the show. We've hired Laura Adams-Guy, an experienced videographer, editor, and producer, to help us produce the show. She brings her own equipment, which helps us save on production costs. You might see us around the island as we cover a variety of topics. Please let us know what you think. There's an online survey available at www.mercergov.org, or you can call 206-275-7791. I'm Joy Johnston, and I hope to see you next time on Mercer Island View.